Helen Flanagan, 34, has recently opened up about the heartbreaking reality behind her split from ex-fiancé and footballer Scott Sinclair, sharing that she still adores him as the father of her children. The former Coronation Street star and Scott, who share 3 children, ended their 13-year relationship in 2022. In a candid new interview, Helen revealed that while she still cares deeply for Scott, they ultimately drifted apart due to fundamental differences, including her struggle with OCD and mental health, which she says he didn't fully understand. This lack of understanding, she explained, was one of the reasons their relationship couldn't survive. Scott, now 35, has since moved on with model Louise Tarver. He didn't really try to understand, but is not a bad person. He just had his own issues to deal with, Helen shared on the Life of Bryony podcast. She reflected that his lack of support during her mental health struggles created a barrier between them, especially after the birth of their son, Charlie. She recalled feeling deeply distressed and confused by her OCD, even doubting that Charlie was her own child due to intrusive thoughts. Earlier this year, Helen disclosed to the Mirror that the breakup led her into a severe breakdown, triggering a very scary episode. Her downward spiral began after a seemingly ideal New Year's trip to Bali with her children, Matilda, 8, Delilah, 5, and Charlie, 3. Behind the smiling holiday photos, she was struggling. "Not having my kids with me on Christmas Day really affected me," she said, describing how it marked the start of her emotional decline. "After Bali, I came back feeling terrible, crying all the time, and completely lost," she admitted. Helen views the end of her relationship with Scott not just as a breakup but as a divorce, after more than a decade together. Instead of processing her emotions, she threw herself into work and entered survival mode, until earlier this year when her mental health hit a breaking point. Now, however, life is looking brighter for the TV star. She has recently welcomed her new boyfriend, Robbie Talbot, into her home and says he is really lovely and that she is really happy with him.